Hey everyone, Aaron here. Remember me? If this is your first video, obviously you're not gonna know who I am, so don't worry. It's like, this is an introduction of sorts. If you do remember me, hi. It's been a long time. I haven't done a video in, it has to be at least almost a year. If not a year, almost a year. Um, so my channel is what we call on YouTube dead. It is a dead channel. And I don't want to keep it forever dead. Like, I don't want to ever think that I don't ever post here. Because, to be honest with you, I still like doing YouTube once in a blue moon. I still like making video ideas and thinking of reviews I want to do for you guys. But, as many of you know, and I talked about this in a few live streams I had about like a year ago, YouTube became a very hard thing for me to maintain. I know I give credit. Listen, I know plenty of YouTubers that do this as a job. Basically, they religiously post every day. They religiously make videos. They do all these ideas. Obviously, the big channels, that's kind of their livelihood. This is their main career, is doing YouTube. For me, it's never been a career. It was never a job for me. And I always promised myself, and I promised you guys when I used to do videos, that if this ever became a job to me, I would stop. And it started doing that. At one point, when I started focusing on Honey's anime and focusing on my main actual priority job, it was hard for me to do YouTube videos. And I felt like it took me a lot of time and effort to do them, unfortunately. I was busting my butt trying to even just do one video at a time. And I was trying to do at least a few videos, maybe every once a month. And then I was promising you guys, I'll do this video, I'll do an unboxing of this. And I felt horrible. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm one of those people, I don't like promising things and not delivering on them. I'm old school like that. If I promise something, I usually try to deliver it. And I promised I would do an unboxing not that long ago of stuff I got in my random unboxing. Unfortunately, the video crapped out on me. I couldn't record it correctly. The audio came out all messed up. And instead of kind of like making the whole thing a bullshit video, because I could have just went back and, put everything back and pretend like, oh my God, surprise, wow, I can't believe I got that. I don't want to do that. I'm not one of those people to do that. So I kind of scrapped the idea, and I posted briefly about it on Twitter, and then people understood, but I kind of felt bad because there were some people that wanted to see what I got and kind of just see the return of BladeNinja. I haven't done a video in so long that I still have some followers, believe it or not. I still have people telling me, when are you going to make another video, or what have you been watching the season? And I bring up mouth for this because I've been watching so much stuff. Like, as I said, I do have my second job, which is reviewing anime. I still watch tons of stuff. I watched Spy X Family recently, the Rising of the Shield Hero season 2, which was okay. I'm not gonna go into it too much. Tomodachi game, or Friends game as it's called. I finished that. I'm actually watching Redo of Healer, which I don't know why I'm watching Redo of Healer. That's an older show, and I by the way, if you ever look up Redo of Healer, if you're underage, please do not think of looking up Redo of Healer. I'll tell you that right now. I'm watching Aharon-san. I finished this. What was, I forgot the name of the show in English. It was I'm Quitting Heroing. I finished that. I finished Data Live Season 4. I finished Otome Game, which was, my life for Otome Game is hard for a mob. So I mean, I've been watching. Oh, I still have to finish. I'm almost done with it. I kind of fell behind with it. Is Love After World Domination. I finished. Was it the sequel slash offshoot of Grimoire of Zero, which is the Dawn of the Witch? I finished that. It's okay. Don't. There's nothing to write home about. But I've been watching a lot of stuff. And I watch tons of anime every season, and I'm still watching at least sometimes 7 to 8 different shows every season. I just don't do YouTube videos on them, and I could do reviews, but as I said, it's just I have no time for it. People go, well, you have like 10 hours a day. Like after I get home from work, I still have all these hours. Like I could do YouTube, but it eats into my free time. Like I inherently believe that if you're working a main job and you work, a regular 8-hour shift or 8-hour half-hour shift or whatever you work, you kind of have to have time for yourself, time to unwind, because otherwise it feels like a burnout in its own right. You come home from work, you bust your butt, you're doing everything. Like if you have a family, which I don't have a family yet, obviously, but if you have a family, you have to take care of your family, because I know plenty of my friends that have that, and there's very little time for you, and sometimes that kind of hurts you in a little bit, because then you have no free time, and then you feel like you're just going through this endless cycle, this endless motion of work, family, sleep, work, family, sleep, etc. And that can be tiring, So I've always made sure to kind of keep everything balanced. I want to make sure that, even right now, if I did ever get a family anytime soon, I'd always have a little bit of me time, and I always have time for a little bit of myself, because I believe that everyone should have that. Whether you're a guy or a girl, you should have some me time. If you're, a husband and wife, it's me time. You have to have that, because that is what kind of keeps you feeling like you're not being overrun by life, And you know, even if you have kids, you know, kind of intervene in their own rights. Trust me, I have friends of mine that have sometimes 2 or 3 kids, and they tell me that all they do is, you know, go to baseball games, go to this, do this, little league, etc. But I always tell them you have to make sure you find some time for yourself because otherwise you burn out. And lo and behold, a lot of them do unfortunately burn out. You're working so hard, you're doing so much that you don't find time for yourself. Next thing you know, you're getting sick or you're getting tired, and then you kind of just have to force to get time for yourself. So, you know, it's kind of like a little advice for you. You know, it's just always make sure you have some time for yourself. But YouTube, kind of back to the point of it, YouTube has been a thing I've always enjoyed doing. I think I've said this already. It's something I really love doing. It's something I miss doing. Like, I used to do it so religiously. I posted a video a day, did a review a day. That I kind of had to start minimizing that because I was running out of time. I was, you know, doing reactions was nigh impossible for a long time. I tried doing them for a while. I think I did reactions maybe, don't quote me on this, maybe a year and a half. And I was back when I started college. I was just a pain in the ass to do. College, reactions, job, then reactions. It's not possible. It's not possible for me. So what I ended up doing was I'm going like, okay, let me just kind of go back and do some, you know, old school reviews like I was. And I found that impossible because I'm like, you know, it takes me sometimes, like even doing this video, you guys might see it because obviously it's only like maybe a 10-20 minute long video. I don't know how much this video is going to go at, to be honest with you, but it takes time to, you know, just make sure everything's a little correct. I mean, I'm not an editor, so I really can't do perfect editing, so I'm not going to do tons of like school spinning effects and, you know, zoom ins and zoom out. I can't do that, unfortunately. Never have been able to. And I refuse to learn at this point. I'm like, listen, that's not my primary focus of life, is to be an editor. But it became where I took too much time to do something. If I made a 10-minute video or a 20-minute video, that sometimes could take me 30 to 40 minutes just on fixing things and making sure that everything worked at least, and then uploading it, you know, including that. So a single video takes a decent amount of time. Sometimes a single video can take you up to an hour plus, depending on what content you're showing. You know, I know plenty of YouTubers still that do videos that do like, you know, blogs and vlogs and all this stuff, and it takes them sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours to do a video because it's just clipping everything, making sure the audio is working, adding the music, adding the sound effects, you know, uploading to YouTube on their stable connections and all that. That takes a long time. It's not an easy gig. It really isn't. So congrats to all the YouTubers out there who make this their primary focus. It is inherently one of the coolest things you can do if you can do it. I can't. You know, I still, by the way, make some money off YouTube. Like, I make a few $100s every year off YouTube, which I'm surprised I do because my older view, ironically enough, believe it or not, my older views still have traction, which is amazing to me. Like, I think people that are getting into anime want to find that old school anime stuff, and they're like, let me see if I can find a review for something like an older show. And YouTube has always kind of adhered to people that do newer stuff because they don't want to do older stuff. So people are looking for the older stuff and going, oh, you know, hey, let me look up the, you know, Steins Gate, for example, and then find my review. Oh, let me look up Corpse Party, and they look up my review for Corpse Party. Or they look up, you know, like Cowboy Bebop or Trigun, etc., and they end up finding it because they want to see if it's worth watching or not, or what content it is. And I regret those old videos because they were terrible on my part. I mean, I did a horrible job with those old videos, but it was my videos. It was my enjoyable content that I still take pride in because I'm like, that's this type of YouTube I used to like doing. I used to like doing those older views. So if my channel is dead, why am I making a video? What's the point of talking? What's the point of sharing this? You know, is this an update video? It's not an update video. There's no update to my life. I mean, well, if you want, here's a quick update. Life's going good. You know, I've had some ups and downs, obviously, like everywhere else. I've had my moments where I've been really down, and I've had my moments where I've been really up. You know, it comes at a cost of just living. You know, you get depressed. Obviously, stuff happens. You meet people. They go beyond your life, and they go away. It's life, you know. But I'll definitely do a lot better than I was. Say last week. I was doing. Oof, last week was rough. I'll tell you. I'll admit that. But recently, I'm doing a lot better. Thanks to my friends and my family, who've always made sure to kind of just keep me on a certain level because they're not used to me being sad. I'm one of those people that are usually more upbeat and more happy and more positive. So when I'm down and depressed, I think it makes a wave around everyone around me, and they start worrying. And they're like, "Oh my God, is Aaron okay? Like, what's going to happen to Aaron?" I'm okay. I'm fine. And I will be fine. But you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do in life, and that's we all go through those challenges. And there are people that go through way worse than I do. So I'm never gonna say like, "Oh, my problems are so grandiose." They're not. They're minor things. But that's my update. If you want an update video or anything. Really, I'm just making this video because I want to show you guys that my channel is, even though my channel is by definition YouTube dead, you know, it's like, oh, you're not going to get more than maybe like 20 views on it, like 10 views or maybe 5, whatever. I don't care. I've never, you guys know, you guys and girls have always known, I have never cared about views. Yeah, it's cool to get like thousands of views. I have some videos that have hundreds of thousands of views. I'm happy with that. That's awesome. I also have views that, some videos that have just 10 to 15. I have a few reviews that have like 20 views on them. Doesn't bother me. It's those 20 people, most of them commented, but like, hey, we loved your review. Hope you keep doing it. Thanks for recommending this anime. Thanks for being who you are. All this other these comments. That's all I ever cared about, is just making sure that a few people see something, and if I get, you know, a few things of likes or a few comments, I'm happy. That makes me, to be honest with you, really happy. So yeah, this video probably won't do very good, and this video is not really about any anime as of recently, or kind of away from my content. But I did want to post this because I wanted just to talk to you guys and make sure you guys know that my channel's not completely dead, and that's the whole point. Now, because also I miss doing some reviews, I actually am going to talk about one show that I did a review for it on Honey's Anime. By the way, again, if you ever want to, you know, to see a review or my thoughts on some anime, let me know in like my DMs or the comments, just for the fact, like Twitter DMs, mind you, because I do a lot of anime reviews for Honey's Anime, so you can always go and check those reviews out and see what I'm talking about, like what show I watched last season, what I liked, and you can get my taste on it and my perspective. It's not as interpersonal as like this right now, like how I'm talking to you guys about, you know, a show or whatever, but it still is my mindset on something. I might have a more kind of like we thought process with it, because I have to always talk like, you know, we do this, or, you know, us do this, etc. But always still, it's still my review, you know, still me at the helm of writing it and making sure that it's coming out in my own words and my thought process. So you can still enjoy my reviews that way. But I will say that, you know, I wanted to talk about one anime. It's I'm Quitting Heroing. I actually really, it was a weird show for me. Like it's one of those shows that kind of just, it's not good, it's not bad, it's excellent sometimes, it's horrible other times, and I wanted to talk about it. So I am gonna do a review, and this one, it will be uploaded probably, I don't want to say tomorrow. I don't want to say like, if it's going to be uploaded soon. It probably will be maybe possibly tomorrow, because I'm going to do it right after making this video. I'm going to do that video. And this I'm actually going to do. Don't worry, it's going to be a review. It's going to see my engagement of the channel, because if I see like I get 100 views on it, like again, I don't care about reviews. Like if views are very low for it, it is what it is. But I want to see some engagement, because if I do get a lot of views on it, I'll try to once in a while do more reviews. Because I know that, you know, okay, so my channel's not completely dead. I mean, from what it seems like it's dead, because I uploaded, I uploaded some random video. I think it was a Yu-Gi-Oh video not that long ago, and it was meant to be just like a quick video just to see something, and it did very bad, but it wasn't, you know, a big deal to me. I figured it was gonna do bad, because it's not an anime review, nor it's anything on posted like my normal content. But I'm gonna, you know, still do the review for I'm Quitting Heroing. I want to see what you guys think about it, and we'll see how that goes from there. But guys and girls, God bless you all. This is it for my video. I don't make it too long for you guys. You know, I appreciate the ones that are still subscribed. I appreciate the people that still follow me. I appreciate that you still are watching my older content, if you are one of those people. Really, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I love you guys for doing that. But if you aren't, and you know, you really don't care about, you know, following a YouTuber that's not really kind of a YouTuber anymore, that just does bare minimum now, it's okay. I completely understand, because I wouldn't want to do that either. I wouldn't want to follow a lot of channels. I mean, I'll put it in this perspective. I do follow some channels that are very quiet. I'll put it that way. Like, they make videos once in a blue moon. I'm okay with that. But I also have unsubscribed from some channels that are completely just like, it's been like 5 years and they haven't done a video. So then I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not going to subscribe to this person anymore, because I really don't care. And then all of a sudden they randomly post a video, like, oh my god, where have they been? But I understand why people do unsubscribe from channels like that, because you don't need that extra feed and stuff like that. Anyways, guys and girls, have a blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.